Today I'm joined here with Renee Weinkoff, the owner of World Class Gyms, and today we're going to be talking just on that, on your plans on reopening and what you've been doing staying active throughout this quarantine. Thank you so much, Renee, for joining me. First, can we start? How has it been since having to close your gym?
Um, Financially wise, obviously terrible. We got absolutely no income, and you still have your overhead. So owning a gym right now means bad. It means bad things.
And so, what have you got, I guess, kind of been doing to help combat that, or, without having a gym to stay active? How have you had to stay active, or what have you been doing throughout this quarantine to kind of combat that?
Um, I'm kind of blessed with the gym thing because no matter what, I still own a gym. I'm still allowed to be there. My family, my close family, is allowed to be there with me. But so in reality, we are still going to the gym every day. But my family's very active. We're always doing sports or doing treasure hunts, or there's tons of things we're doing. We're always going in and out of the lake still. We're always out and about.
And so you obviously have a lot of members coming and going from your gym. Have you been in contact with them, or has anyone reached out to you on tips that you may have to stay active? Or what are kind of some of the advice that you give to people who you've trained or want to be trained during this time?
Yeah, I bet you I've been contacted from every single client I have because we are more of a family and a team. So we talk on a regular basis, anyways, whether it be Facebook or texting or a call. But yeah, everybody's hating this. I mean, pretty much everybody in the world has went and bought a couple sets of dumbbells, right? I mean, it's every person I see on Facebook's looking for a set of dumbbells or were. And I'm trying my best to get little workouts that they can take home and do because there's lots you can do with a set of dumbbells. There's a lot you can do.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Hundreds of different styles of workouts for sure. Now, the government of Saskatchewan just announced that they will be starting to reopen up, and Lloydminster is going to follow suit. So, what have you heard on how or when you're going to be reopening up world-class gyms, and kind of what is that process, or what are your plans for reopening?
Well, our hope is to be back out on the second phase there on the May 19th, which is probably a far cry because all the gyms are supposed to be whatever on the third phase where we don't have a set date. But because we're considered a personal training facility, not a gym, like we have 4 or 5 people in there at once, not hundreds. So hopefully we are going to be considered a little different so that we can open on May 19th. That is our goal. Hoping to get an answer today, actually.
And so what can people kind of expect, or if you have that information when they do show up? Are there going to be those certain guidelines still in place, or certain guidelines that people have to follow if they want to use your facility?
Yeah, I mean, I was actually just making this up yesterday. When you go to a grocery store and you got the arrows now, right?
Yes.
You got to follow the arrows. Same thing are happening at the gym. As soon as it's open, until everything's taken care of, there will be arrows that every person in that gym is going to have to follow. So yeah, I'm going to put little sticky marks on the ground where you don't have a choice but to stick on that spot. I'm very firm. If someone doesn't do it, I'm going to ask them to leave.
And so you did mention that your gym is technically just for personal training. How will that kind of work within, kind of keeping a little bit of distance? Obviously, you still have to have that closeness when you are being trained. So what is kind of going to happen with that, with the social distancing aspect?
I shouldn't have to. Our gym's still pretty big. Our fitness center is still pretty big. I'll have no problem with the social distancing in there. Like I said, our gym is kind of like a big circle. So it almost works out perfect, like a grocery store where you just got to walk around the outside of the circle and one person stands there and the next person standing there. I guess I'll have to yell from across the room, but I can yell pretty loud.
And seeing as a lot of people are stuck indoors, they could have, a lot of people could have picked up, getting some exercise, maybe going on walks or doing exercises at home. So are you expecting new clients to come in? And if so, how can they kind of get in contact with you ahead of time before opening to kind of get a slot in to start on their workout journey?
Um, it's good. I think it's going to be like a New Year's resolution time. I think everybody's come from sitting on their butts for so long is going to have this rage inside of them that wants to get stuff done because they gained 10 pounds or they just felt like they've been lazy. I think it is going to be busy. They can contact me on Facebook or come down to the gym or give me a call. The number's all over the place. And we're already pretty full with our current members because our team is pretty strong, but we're always looking for new team members.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Renee, for taking this time out and talking with me. And hopefully you'll be able to reopen on that phase 2 and get back in business.
Thanks, Abby, for having me.